Welcome to TADSAW Facebook Live, June edition, June 22nd, 2023, here in San Antonio. Once again, we're inside Pops and Hounds in one of their rooms, and we have some pictures above us, so if we can show them to you. Welcome to San Antonio. It's going to be a beautiful 103 degrees today in the afternoon, about 4 o'clock, and we should have a heat index of about 110, so if you're wanting to come down here and bake some cookies, you can do it without an oven. Also, I want to remind, since today is the 22nd, this is the National Remembrance Day of your battle buddy. Check on the battle buddy to remember the 22 suicides a day that everybody talks about. And TADSAW is, the group that talks about the number of suicides prevented. And now we're up to 1,416 suicides prevented across the country. We had another team on Tuesday that graduated, so cheers to them. Thank you. Or yesterday on Wednesday, so they graduated on the 21st. So we want to thank them for their participation. And like I said, we're at 1,416 service dog teams across the country. 996 of them are male veterans, and 420 of them are female veterans, and we're approaching that 1,000th male veteran team, which will be another milestone. So we'll have hit 2 milestones this year with the 400th female veteran team and the 1,000th male veteran team. So thank you to all our veterans and their trainers and their dogs that have been doing all the hard work to get here. So far, since the last Facebook page, we've had 7 service dog teams that have graduated, and I want to thank everybody for that. And so remember, pass it on to friends, neighbors, whoever you have. If they need a service dog, just give me a call at 210-643-290. And I feel like a little car deal. Call me at this number, or call me and check my website, www.tadsaw.org. But so we look forward to you spreading our information around. I want to thank the V-Bubs car group for their classic auto show on June 3rd. They had about 60 entries into the program, and I want to thank them for their participation and the money they raised to help support the training of service dog teams here in San Antonio. I want to once again thank the Essex group up in Picatinny, New Jersey at the Arsenal for their golf tournament they had in May. They raised money to go ahead and support the training of a couple service dog teams up in New Jersey, and thank you for that. We appreciate it. I want to thank Sunskate Equipment Company. They've once again participated in helping TADSAW and service dog teams in the greater San Antonio, Bexar County, all the areas around San Antonio. Thank them for their participation. Thank to our one of our partners, Soldier Solutions. They do a lot of work selling T-shirts, but also across the country, but also informing many veterans and many civilians about having a service dog through the program. Thank you, Soldier Solutions, and Frank Q, for supporting us. I want to also welcome anybody that's on Rackspace here in San Antonio or across the country. I think Percy shared the link with you, so if you have any questions, feel free to come in on Facebook Live and we'll answer your questions. Things have been going rather well for TADSAW. We get quite a few, we've had quite a few civilians and children getting into the program, moving forward. We still have our T-shirts on the website from Bonfire that saving 2 lives at a time. We're got PTSD. I do participant trained service dogs. So it's about destigmatizing the look of why you need a service dog and letting you be in control. Remember, having a service dog and training your own dog, you get to rebuild your self-trust, your self-confidence, and your self-esteem, things that can be missing from, that you may have due to your anxiety or depression or medical condition. I talked to somebody earlier today who has a seizure disorder, but he also gets anxious when he goes outside, goes places because he doesn't know if he's going to have a seizure. And sometimes an anxiety attack can actually cause him worrying about if he's going to have a seizure to actually spike a seizure. And he's just applied for a service dog, so having that service dog is going to let him not have to worry about if he is triggered for a seizure. He's got his battle buddy to help him take care of it and help defuse the situation. Not going to stop the seizure, but it's going to minimize it to where he has control over it. We had a new in Texas. They passed a law to crack down on fake service dogs. So I'm still trying to figure out if that's a cat that's dressed up as a dog or a chicken that's dressed up as a dog, because that's the only way a fake service dog can be, because everybody knows that a service dog belongs to a person with a diagnosed disability or long-term medical condition, and the service dog law is really a right of access for that person with a disability. It's the dog may, quote, act inappropriately to somebody, by barking and letting their handler know that something's wrong or they've been triggered, and that way they can take care of it. Dogs that are incessantly barking are just poorly trained service dogs. But when we start talking about abuse of service dogs, we're really talking about people that abuse the situation. If they haven't taken the time to train their own dog properly, then yes, the dog is acting inappropriately. But if that person has a medical condition or a disability, it still is a service dog, just not a very well-trained service dog. So, we get a lot of questions. We're not the service dog police. We just believe that if you're going to have a dog, it must act appropriately in public according to the Americans with Disabilities Act, which is no barking, biting, snarling, growling, biting, urinating, defecating. There's no physical or health threat to anybody else in the public. If there is and things like that happen, then the management of the place you're at has the right to ask you to please leave the area because your dog is acting inappropriately or you're acting inappropriately. I want to remind everybody again about our bilingual service dog cards. This side is Perro de Servicio, which is Spanish for service dog, and on the other side that you flip over and fold in half is in English. And they're available on our website, going to TADSAW.org and making a donation of $10, and you get 25 of these cards sent to you, and we appreciate your donation. I appreciate everybody that jumped all over these when we announced it. So these are hand-packed by Bart too. They don't come this way. Bart is the one that puts them into the container, so you know that they are packed by number Bart, number 1. So we have that. Don't forget about the t-shirts once again, the bonfire t-shirts. The links are there for the participant trained service dog and also the saving 2 lives at a time. We'll be announcing putting up a link to a podcast we did yesterday, or Tuesday it was, with a Shizuba group. They're from India. They're a world podcast. They have 103 countries. They interviewed me concerning service dogs and how they work for veterans or people who might have need of a service dog. And as I left Tez, who was my podcast host, we started out as train a dog, save a warrior. Are we going to become train a dog, save a world? That's the decision you have to make. So we're available to help everybody. We're not here to, we want to make a difference and not a profit. So it's about helping people all along throughout their life and have a better lifestyle. Also, we'll be putting up a link from Spectrum TV News here in Texas for the San Antonio area. We did an interview with them, and so as soon as that becomes available, it will be on our Facebook page and also our website. And I want to thank everybody for joining us today, June 22nd, the National Day of Remembrance for our veterans. I want to thank all our veterans that are participating, our applicants. I want to thank our social media team, Full of Grace Marketing. We've got Abby, we've got Mel, we've got Zakalia, and of course Sarah and Jacob and Jessica. That they don't really show up sometimes, but Sarah's in Puerto Rico, so we'll let her stay there. I think that's about it. We'll see you in July, on July the 20th. live from San Antonio again with the heat index of probably about 125. So, but we'll be baking and shaking. So, join us then. And if you're up in Maine or wherever and you're having cold weather, I know at 82 degrees, it's a mild winter. So we look forward to seeing you. If you got questions, please feel free to contact us on the Facebook page or on the website. And remember, I answer my phone 24/7, 365. So thank you all for allowing us to be here and part of your Thursday, June 22nd, 2023.